Hello there, my name is Mami, and today I want to talk about how unresolved anxiety changes your personality and how you can take back your old good time personality. Because have you realized you often miss the old you because the new you is pretty distant, far away from the old good times? At first I wanted to make this video viral style, fast pace, under 8 minutes. But then I asked myself, do I care? The answer instantly was no. So anyway, let's talk to those people that they want to enjoy my presence rather than my words. So let's get into it. What is unresolved, unprocessed anxiety? In simple manner, I would say constant overthinking, which 99% of humanity is in that state, right? Constant overthinking, like useless thinking. Thinking is good, but overthinking is useless. But then overthinking becomes your default. You constantly intention because you gotta think, and not only think original things, overthink, think about the past. You don't think about future, you think about conversations you had, perhaps missed opportunities you had, all the insecurities that you go through with this unprocessed anxiety. So you are constantly in tension, constantly think about worst case scenarios, constantly think that something bad is going to happen, and constantly, if you have some good time, perhaps think to yourself that this is gonna end soon and I'm gonna go back to that shitty times. You become a little bit more avoidant. You don't risk too much. You develop so many insecurities. You don't participate in social events. You don't want to simply be around because that just adds to your overthinking so much that you prefer to stay avoidant, not get so irritated all the time, not so get agitated all the time. These are all unprocessed anxiety. You lose curiosity, you lose authenticity, especially authenticity, because you just always want to avoid those opinions that create conflict. You always want to avoid something that creates disruption or conflict in your life. Therefore, you say yes to the times that you want to say no, actually. You start people pleasing because that's the only way in your head that you can avoid conflicts. If nothing goes wrong, then all is good. But if I do something that this person doesn't like me anymore, oh my god, my life is gonna be even shittier. This changes your personality. This whole thing is completely obvious, apparent to other people that, okay, they often tell you, oh, you look a little bit stressed, stressed, or they tell you, you have changed. This is the most common one. You might hear that, oh, you have changed, but actually you haven't, you're just in unprocessed anxiety, continuously going through that tension, and you don't see your personality anymore. Your personality is just there, back in the shadows, and is waiting for you to process this anxiety, get over this insecurity, get over this avoidant life, get over this irritated life. You're irritated with everything. You're like, ah, shit, why my life is like this? Why I have to go through this anxiety all the time, knowingly or unknowingly? It's simple. The cure is simple, really. You need someone to call your bullshit. Well, in this case, I guess it's me. I call your bullshit more often than I really want to, because the point of this channel is that I gotta call your bullshit all the time. You're not around me. When you're around me, perhaps in close proximity, I'm not always this kind of person. I also have sometimes kindness, love, gratitude, really jokes and celebration, dance, all of these things, music. But then on this YouTube channel, I cannot provide, everything. I gotta be niche. I gotta stay niche. Otherwise, already having difficulties with YouTube promoting, because you gotta make these viral videos. Otherwise, it's really hard to go boom. And if you just scatter and talk about so many things, if tomorrow I put up I don't know, a dance meditation, it would be even worse. So I gotta stay niche and constantly call your bullshit. Either you gotta use me or you gotta call your own bullshit. You gotta meditate, which you mostly don't or don't want to, because you're getting so used to this. I call your bullshit and then you go continue your bullshit, come back, maybe I call another bullshit, but you just continue that bullshit. That's a little bit, not nice. You gotta really process this bullshit. So you gotta meditate, but you don't. And you also don't pay a close attention to me anyway. So you're just lingering around. You wanna change, you wanna get back your personality, you wanna come to your power, but you kinda also enjoy the time that you are anxious, because it brings pretty nice coping mechanisms that is available, widely available these days. The best of them, from all sorts of drugs, psychedelics, social media, pornography, food, perhaps gambling, perhaps investing, perhaps continuously masturbating. It's okay. You can go through that. That's fine. I personally fully allow you to go through that. But at least call your own bullshit, you know? At least just watch it, observe it, sit with yourself 1 hour every day and see what's going on, really. 1 hour is not much every day. You might think to yourself, holy shit, 1 hour. Who has that time? Well, you have. You definitely have because you watch entertainment at least 5 hours every day. So I would say 1/5 of it for your own sake. That's a fair deal, you know. 1 hour don't do anything, and then 4 hours go pay attention to your coping mechanism. It's fine. But that 1 hour is needed, you know. That 1 hour allows you that process this 4 hour, you know. And then when you process this 4 hour of wasting perhaps time on entertainment, you realize, oh, what is this entertainment? Like, how is this even gonna just really allow me to grow, allow me to just become a better version of myself? And then you will be like, okay, maybe let's do it 3 hours. Then you now you have 2 hours for yourself. And then you just increase this more and more. You still have your coping mechanism. You still have all your addictions. Don't be afraid of that. Most people are afraid of that. Like, "Ah, but this makes me feel so good. I want to drink this alcohol, smoke that joint afterward, perhaps a few cups of coffee, cigarettes after cigarettes. This makes me really feel alive," which we know that it makes you feel dead. So alive in the modern state of living means dead. So you want that, you know, death, because your anxiety is not processed. Process your anxiety, my friend. Process this stress. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Maybe you think about this spiritual realm, maybe you think about the material realm. I don't care. You shouldn't either. What you need to care about is your current state of being. And your current state of being is kind of the word that I don't want to use, you know, the F word. And I don't know why I don't want to use it right now because I felt like we are just so close and I don't want to ruin your mental imagination by using that word. And also I had to do this to bring you out of that process anyway. Are you listening to me? Or you just sitting there entertaining yourself? Anyways, take care of yourself. Much love.